So thinking about methods and how we determine which method to use, a good example, we're working with a church on a project. And a lot of what we want to do to collect data from stakeholders is we want to talk to them. We want to interview them. We like to read their faces and get sentiment, right? A lot of times we're working with corporate clients, so we'll do that over a virtual call like Teams or Zoom or something. And that's very sufficient in those situations. When we're working with a church, the stakeholder sample is maybe much more vast from a few different types of demographic. Age maybe is one. Access to technology maybe is another. So in this situation, we will offer some folks to engage via a very typical Zoom or Teams call or something like that. But we'll also be on site, as it makes the most sense to capture one-on-one interview after a service or at a committee meeting, because we need to go be able to find those people that wouldn't otherwise be able to access us through that digital method. There has to be variation in how you go to collect that. I love thinking through the strategy of how are we going to find all these people.
I think we both get super excited about this idea of accessibility and not necessarily mobile accessibility. A lot of times when people talk about accessibility, they're like, do you have ramps? Are you ADA compliant? But we love to look at it really whole picture. Like, okay, I'm sending this survey. Who is not going to be able to take it? And then all of those that are left out, how do we get to them? So I'm thinking about designing research for an RFP that we answered at the end of last year and thinking through, they were trying to engage community stakeholders that are underrepresented traditionally, and really thinking about how to do that in a way that is meaningful and builds trust. And sometimes that means it's not us that's collecting the data. Sometimes it means we're going to take individuals from that population and train them up so that they can be the facilitators and they can start building that bridge for us, and we can guide them through that as the knowledge expert, but knowing that we are not going to be the appropriate representative to collect honest, truthful data from every population. That is something that I think I'm really proud of us in thinking through, right? What languages does this need to be in? What does the person need to look like? What does their experience need to be? And then how do we bring that to the table that we're engaging with? Because trust building, we cannot assume that just because we show up, everybody's going to trust us. So I think those are some ways that we really consider how to engage thoughtfully and get really unbiased data.